in a room of smelling loud. Drop another bail, cut a 50 off the top. Said the money really sticky in a room of smelling loud. Drop another bail, cut a 50 off the top.
All right. All right. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Sorry about that. Are we good? Anybody, let me know. Let me know. All right, we are back on. We are back on. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back. So, what Winning Wednesdays is for anybody that has not ever tuned in to Winning Wednesdays, this is Winning Wednesdays. I am Rich Regal. What I try to do on this segment every Wednesday for an hour before we go into country rap here later is I try to take somebody that's winning within the country rap world, whether it's with their music or in life or anything else. So what I try to do is I try to peel back the layers of some of these people. I don't want to say guys because guys and girls, we've got males and females in this genre. I don't know if y'all know that, but y'all better be paying attention to everybody. But tonight, I want to see if the chat can guess who I'm about to bring up. I'm going to give you just a minute real quick to talk amongst yourselves and see if you guys can guess who I got tonight. It might be a short episode tonight. Just a little short from normal because we got started a little bit late, so it'll be a little shorter than we normally do. We did an hour, but it's going to be just short of an hour. Well, damn, Julie was right on top of it. And my guest for this Winning Wednesday tonight is none other than my brother, Odd Job.
What's up, Bubba?
What's up, brother? So story, you all know that I'm a very transparent person, right? So about go.
My bad.
Yeah. So so like minutes ago, I hit up Audrey because I had somebody lined up for tonight, and it was going to be a surprise guest. That didn't work out. So I was going to interview myself tonight. And I was sitting here going over questions, and I'm like, dude, how do I interview myself? Which this is going to happen at some point. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to interview myself. I'm just letting you guys know that. But like 10 minutes ago, I had hit up a couple of people. Obviously always comes through. This is my dog. He does come up a little short sometimes, but that's okay. That's okay. He's like a little pit bull. But how's your Wednesday going, Bubba?
Oh, great, man. I definitely feel like a winner today, too, so it's perfect. I just put down the deposit on this brand new 2024 mobile home. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I seen that earlier today, and that's actually what popped in my head. And I was like, dude, that's like perfect. This worked out great. This worked out perfect. I seen your wife post earlier, and I was like, dude, congratulations. That's a big thing. Odd John said he's really mobile home rich.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit up Marcotic and be like, bro, I'm mobile home rich now too, bro. Like, what's up?
You're gonna have to be like, hey, bro, I'm gonna need one of them chains, bro.
Right.
Speaking of chains, I'm only gonna give you guys a little glimpse of this. You guys, most people won't get to see it till this weekend. Oh, we almost got a glimpse of it. But this weekend I'll be unveiling. Oh, it's backwards. But regardless.
Oh, there we go.
Got that ice, but that's all you get. That's all the look you get, right? That's it. And I got some other special. I said the other day on my live, I said I've got something that I'm going to announce / present to everyone this weekend at the show that I will never be able to present like this ever again in history. This will be a one-time thing. After I present this one thing, I can never present this particular thing ever again. And it's a surprise to everybody. Job don't know. Even the people on my team right now don't even know what's about to happen this weekend. So if you're anywhere in the Central Ohio area, you get out to Mount Vernon. I got a job. We got Zilla Gorilla coming up. We just added some artists. We got B&8 coming down. We got Drewby coming over. Shot Crew's throwing it down. We got a whole plethora of artists. It's going to be pretty crazy. Rico Rels, one of the Mount Vernon goats, this is going to be a really cool show. I actually talked to a couple of friends of mine that I used to do music with back in the day. We did a lot of shows together. And they're supposed to pull up too. They're not coming to perform. They're just coming to show some love to us. I'm not going to put their names out there, but it's going to be a little bit of a star-studded event this weekend there in Mount Vernon, and we're all going to be legends because we're going to be at Legends. When we come into Cincinnati, I don't think we have anything booked in Cincinnati right now. I'm literally booked on pretty much every weekend till like December right now. So we got a lot going on. We got a lot of big announcements coming. But we're gonna get right into it. I got questions for my man here. Let's just start it off with the most cliche country rap question I think I could ask. And it is, how did you end up in country rap?
Oh, it's kind of a tough story, but not really. All right. So obviously when I was like 14, 15, I started recording, doing like normal basic hip hop rap, trap rap.
Obviously, that's what everybody does,
Exactly.
Like everybody just starts recording at like 14 or 15,
Yeah, typical stuff. But like, which actually back then, I used to be a hype man mainly. Like I recorded music, but I didn't put anything out. I used to hype for Rico. I used to hype for my buddy Twizzy, another old group, Critical Minds. They're not around anymore. But I was mainly a hype man.
Critical Minds. I haven't heard that name in forever, bro. Them with the bros. They're the ones that brought me to Mount Vernon the first time I was over there, and the bar that we were in is now torn down.
Banana Joe's.
Yeah, that was it.
That's where my story started.
Yeah, we performed right in the middle of the floor, right there in the middle. It wasn't even a club. There was no stage. It was just you was there, and they had really loud, shitty speakers, and but it was awesome. It was awesome. Mount Vernon showed us a lot of them.
Yeah. Mercy is actually the one that married me and my wife. He's a pastor and everything now. He still does music. He does the Christian hip hop, and it's fire. I'm normally not that deep into Christian hip hop, but Mercy's still Mercy. It's just, different context now. But like I grew up on a 90-acre homestead, and my buddy used to always play guitar, make me freestyle over his guitar and shit. And I don't know, I never, like, back then being country wasn't cool. Like you couldn't show your countryside in music. It wasn't cool. Well, I quit doing music for about 3 years. Right. I quit for about 3-4 years, and that friend that I used to freestyle over, he committed suicide, which is why I got the Ruger on my face. That's for him. But he always told me, he's like, man, if you mix that country in there, you could go places. around the time he was telling me that was, you know, Up Church started getting real big, country rap was starting to blossom. So like, as kind of like an honor thing for him, I decided to give it a try. I did Out the Mud with Leroy, and it just kind of went. Like, that was the first song I ever got any static on. It did way better than all my old music, and I was just like, well, fuck. Maybe he was right. Maybe being country's cool, you know, like, and it's just a lot easier. Oh, yeah. We got us another banger coming here soon.
Hell yeah. So that's how you got started. So what kind of, give me some story. You said you grew up on a big homestead. How many acres did you say?
It was originally 98 before it just got sold. About 2 months ago, it was 90.
Okay, so you grew up on a big homestead.
Yeah.
What is the craziest shit that happened while with your time living on the homestead? What was the craziest shit that you've seen or experienced or whatever?
Well, I mean, there's a couple things. We had a guy steal a brand new GT Mustang from Newark one time, and we were like outskirts of Utica, right? So he was taking all these back roads and ended up ramping off of like one of our big fields, bro. Is like a drop off. It's like a half pipe, and he fucking missed the stop sign because the road dead ends there, and fucking ramped into our tree, bro, and was literally like 100 feet up in the top of our fucking tree. And this motherfucker crawled out, broken legs, broken spine, made it like 3 miles down the roads where the fucking sheriff found him. And I might or might not have took the stereo out of that car while it was in the tree. It might or might not have happened.
If that ain't hoodbilly shit, I don't even.
It was a real nice boat. Okay.
It was real nice.
Another common thing happened almost every year. You know, we always went mushroom hunting. Fucking, I think when I was about 14, we were pulling up to one of our patches. We always knew the patches on the farm, you know. And there's like fucking 15 turkeys, dude, just fucking going at this patch. I'm in the back of my uncle's fucking 2500 HD, you know, in the bed. And this motherfucker jumps out of the truck while it's still going. It's still in drive. It's still rolling right towards the tree line. Grabs a fucking log. And when I mean a log, I mean it was like half a fucking tree, dude. Picks this motherfucker up, runs at the turkeys, throws it, and killed 3 of them sons of bitches with that fucking log, but also destroyed all the mushrooms because it rolled over the patch. But it was pretty cool. Whoa. That's like redneck at its finest, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, give me 2 seconds. Somebody just pulled up to my house and nobody comes to my house. So give me just 2 seconds. Yeah, you're good, bub.
I'll hold it down.
Chat, give him hell.
I'm just now looking at the comments. What's up, everybody? What's up, Gary? Everybody else, I'm horrible at reading comments, but I'm here. But like I was telling him, yeah, we had a lot of fucked up shit, funny shit happen on our farm. We used to be part of the haunted forest that used to be in the Newark area way back in the day. Now, this was a little bit before my time. It kind of ended when I was about 6 or 7. But part of the reason it ended was there was actually a guy going around with a real chainsaw hacking motherfuckers up in the woods and just like hanging their body parts from trees and shit. And if you ever listen to Out the Mud, I referenced that in the song because I thought it was, don't want to say cool, but like intriguing. So I referenced that shit in my song. There's a lot of crazy dumb shit. You have a good night, Eric. We appreciate you popping in. Rosie, yes, ma'am. I see you. I see you in the chat. I see you in the chat, Rosie. Oh, we got puppy dogs barking. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling on this Wednesday? Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. And how many of y'all plan on popping out the WTMF Fest this weekend? If you're popping out the WTMF Fest, let me get a WTMF in the comments. Let's see how many of y'all are popping out. I know a couple of you already are. So I better see it in these comments. Whoa, we don't do none of that around here, Uncle Drew. Nicotine. Nicotine and alcohol is about all our job does. You have something going on, Rosie. What do you mean? What's going on? I'm keeping these folks interested.
Bro, that was crazy. Like nobody, I live out in the middle of nowhere and nobody ever comes to my house. And I hear this car. I don't know if you guys can hear it through my mic, but I hear this car and it's like, and I'm like, oh, that sounds what pretty white trash. That's got to be one of my homies. And the old lady passed out on the couch because she worked all day. And so I go out there and I'm like, there's some like 16-year-old girl out there. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And an older gentleman come out and it was a Walmart order. My old lady didn't tell me she had a Walmart order. All of that. And I thought I was about to put somebody out here. You don't just pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I gotta warn my old lady about that. Like, we'll be going to a show, we'll be on some back ass road, and she'll be like, "Oh, I missed my turn. I'm gonna turn around in this driveway." I'm like, "Baby, I know you're not from the sticks, but like in my neck of the woods, you don't just pull on a random ass driveway. Like, don't do it. You don't know what's gonna happen. Someone can come out that door with a 12 gauge. Like, who the fuck are you?"
Yeah, like who the fuck is just in time? I want to see a little guy with a pocket full of shrooms. Oh, what's up? WTMF? That's what's up. Shout out Shot Crew. Shout out Zilla Gorilla. We got Zilla Gorilla coming up this weekend. He hasn't been back to Ohio since the big floppy festival that we did. We did this festival, and y'all know I don't really talk shit about people, but it was the worst flop I've ever seen in my life. This dude, I tried to tell this dude forever, not Zilla Gorilla. I tried to tell this promoter forever and ever. I was like, dude, you're sinking money into stuff that you don't need to sink money in. You're promising money to people that you can't promise to them, and booked a hell of a lineup, ton of artists, rented an SL100 stage, the biggest sound, and like he rented a sound guy that I know, and he's not cheap. He's one of the best in the business, along with his stage and everything, and it completely flopped. Needless to say, there was a lot of pissed off people. I may or may not have had to kick in a camper door to get paid, but I didn't have to kick it in, luckily, but we had to beat it down a little bit. But we got it. But Zilla came up. That was the first time I got to meet him personally. And Zilla is one of the coolest people I've met. Like I guarantee you, he's one of my long lost cousins. Like I guarantee it. Like he's white trash as all get out. He's a professional piercer. And he's really, really good at what he does. He takes a lot of pride in what he does. And as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and announce now that Zilla Gorilla is going to be my guest for next week, so we can recap the show and see what he has to say about being here in Ohio.
Hell yeah.
He paid nobody. Well, I got mine. I wasn't leaving until I got some. But yeah, it was bad, man. And then the dude ended up selling everything he had and moved to Florida. He was a real piece of promoter. And like I said, everybody knows I don't talk too much shit about people, but that dude was a piece of shit. And I can't remember his name. That's how much of a piece of shit he was. Fuck that dude.
My first promoter I ever worked with back in the Banana Joe's days was a little bit of a piece of shit. We found out we were bringing a lot more money than we thought, and we was getting skimmed pretty bad.
See, and that's what I try to do. If people are going to sell, it's obviously, and I spoke about this on my live earlier that I was going to talk about this tonight. Buy-ons. I'm not going to go real deep into it. I'm going to be doing a video on this. A lot of people are against buy-ons, but here's the thing: buy-ons. When you're kind of proving yourself to a promoter, and I wouldn't say proving yourself, but kind of, usually you have to have money up front. You pay for your tickets, and then you get a certain amount of tickets if it's a good promoter. And I'm not going to say good promoter, bad promoter. Some promoters just do it a different way, and it works. But me personally, I usually try to give extra tickets for the artist to make some money. And you don't have to do that because we are creating a good environment and a platform for these artists to stand on to from the work that we've done to reach new audiences. That's the whole thing. That's what. So I paid thousands to get on many shows. Some of them were more than I paid $2,000 to get on a show twice, more than twice. I've paid $1,000 many times, and I made my money back, and I usually made profit because I work the system in a respectful way. I do everything in a respectful way. So, buy-ons are not a bad thing, guys. Like I hear so many artists are like, I ain't paying for shit. I ain't paying for nothing. You're not really paying for it if you're getting something to compensate. And think about this. If I'm a promoter and you're an artist and you say, I can bring 50 people, and I say, okay, I'm going to sell you 30 tickets, but I'm going to give you 50 of them. And then you don't want to put your money up. That means you don't believe in yourself. That means you don't trust that you can really sell those 50 tickets. So who am I? What does it look like to me? The guy that has to put up all the time in and everything else to build this event, to put people in this event with or without this artist. What does that do to me? That leaves me in the gamble. Well, I'm not going to gamble. You should be gambling whether or not you believe in yourself. I believed in myself on my first 2 paid gigs. It was $1,500 per show. I handed over $3,000. I walked out of both of them shows double between the extra tickets that I got and the merch that I sold. And then after the second show, I landed myself a job being the stage manager. Then after 3 shows, I landed myself a job as the head booking agent for CEG and Alrosa Villa. That was in a course of 6 months to a year. I landed all these jobs off of paying that money. That's what we literally, me and Justin have done it a bunch of times. I do it every single time. I rent the venue. This weekend, I rented the venue. I got it lined up thanks to Odd Job and Rico Rails, everybody that together me the connection and brought my reputation and what we bring and our sound and lighting in, and we build the show from the ground up. Half the time we build the stage. Literally, we bring in half of the stage and enough staging to build a whole stage pretty much. So we're literally building these shows from the ground up. And on this one in particular, I'm the headliner, and I'm not a headline artist. I like to be in the pocket before headliner. That's where I like to be. That's my comfort zone. I'm a great booster. I'm a great direct support. That's what I've built myself to be. And Odd Job is the same way. He understands, and a lot of these artists don't understand that there's times to be the king and times to not be the king. That's just what it is. And I don't like being the king, so I try to make our shows as equal as possible. That's just how it needs to be. For all the artists get something. Yes, some artists may go a little bit earlier, and there's different scenarios that put you in those positions. It's not always just about how many tickets you sold. It's not always about this or that. There's a lot of factors that go into this. And anybody that's thrown 1,800 shows can contest that with me. If you haven't thrown 1,800 shows and probably at least 12 to 1,300 of those shows have been successful, then I don't want to hear I'm not buying on. I'm not paying, because it's not buying on. It's not paying to play. And after the first couple of times, usually you build a repertoire with that promoter, and then you don't have to have any of them. A lot of the times, a lot of the artists I work with, I'm like, yeah, bro, just bring it the night of. I trust you. But you have to show these people that, you can't walk into a car lot and be like, hey, I'll pay you for this, and just drive off in a car. Nah, bro, that's not how this works. Plus, this is like college. You pay to go to college. When you come to my shows, you're going to learn something. I want to teach you something, and hopefully I learn something by the end of the night. I will push to try to learn something, because I learned something from every single artist that steps on the stages of a WTMF Presents event. Every time, I always learn something. And hopefully all these artists are learning something too. And I see artists like Odd Job, Zilla Gorilla, Parkway JB, Chop Easy, all these artists that are coming up right now. I'm watching them learn, and they're learning the right ways. They're learning the wrong ways. They're learning how they need to get, because every artist is going to do this a little bit different. There's not a set code of how to do this. There are set rules, and then there's a lot of other factors. We'll say that. What is the mobile smoke? That's homie, Adam Fugate. If you remember back in the day, I had a mascot. We'll call it a mascot because he was a mascot, named Ricky Ronnie. Full mask and everything. That was Adam. He went into the smoke shop business, and he had an event center and a smoke shop for the last few years. We actually did our meet and greet 2 years ago there. It was awesome. Although Michigan beat us that day like that. But he just started a mobile smoke shop, so he's going to pop out front. He's got all your smoking accessories and then some. He's got a bunch of different stuff. He's got everything from candy bars to, I mean, in regular candy bars and stuff like that. He's got everything. You need vapes. You at the club, you drunk, you set your vape down, you lost it. Oh, you can come out and get them. And he's got them for the low. That's all I'm saying. But we're going to get back to the thing, because I got on a rant about the buy-ons, because I want to talk about that tonight. I'm not a rapper, and I'm learning some ish.
It's important though.
Jack, I appreciate you, bro. All right. I got a list of questions that I through the week, I usually just sit there and I'll think of a question and I'll put it down, and I'll use stuff here and there all over the place. Was there ever a moment, Odd Job, where you doubted mixing the country and rap? Like, was there a time where you were like, did I make the right choice to jump over here and do this? Or have you always just felt like, I'm kind of country, I'm kind of city, so I'm as hood belly as it gets. This is where I need to be. Have you felt like that the whole time?
Yes and no. Definitely, like before Out the Mud dropped, I was anxious and I was worried as fuck. I'm like, damn, if this doesn't go my way, then like nobody in normal rap's gonna respect me anymore, like, I don't know how this is gonna work out. But like, I mean, instantly, like my first snippet of the song I dropped on TikTok, bro, ran 30,000 views in like 2 days, and I was like, oh, okay. Now a big part of that's because Leroy was on it, and Leroy hadn't dropped a song in I think about 2 years. When I got the Out the Mud feature, he was technically retired at the time. He was retired, but I don't know. After that, dude, I just had full faith, man. I think the biggest faith moment was I think it was 2 months after that song dropped is when I did your competition. And I didn't go there expecting to win. I thought I was going to be like bottom of the totem pole. I mean, that was my second concert in 10 years that I'd ever performed at, and the one before that was not good.
Well, that was the thing. I did that competition to see what was out there, and just about every artist that came and signed up was an artist that I wasn't familiar with. Yeah. And we've talked about this, but the reason why you won was because I work in the country rap genre. Now that's not saying that anybody else could have won, but Odd Job came and had a full package. That sounded totally wrong, and I know somebody's going to clip that. But there you guys go. That's a free one for you fucks. But no, he came in, he had his merch together. I don't think you had a whole lot of merch at that time.
No, but I had a little. I haven't had the shoes. I haven't had shoes at the time.
He had the merch together. He went around. He networked with everybody that was there, whether it was an artist or not. He got on stage and came with you could tell he was there to prove a point. He was there to entertain. He was there to showcase his talents. And on top of that, he was also in the country rap genre. And I was like, this is exactly kind of, didn't know that's what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for a country rapper that night. I was looking for a great entertainer that had checked all the boxes. And we did a point system that night. So it wasn't like I picked him. We did a point system off of, I think, three judges, three different people.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4.
I don't even remember who our judges were. Maybe Carl.
City Chief was one. Carl was one.
City 270 and Carl.
City 270 and Carl. Yeah, so there's 4.
So you have a producer / artist, another producer / artist, both that have been in the game for a long, long time. One's a country rapper, one's a straight rapper, and then you have Carl that's been a promoter for many years. So you had 3 different perspectives. Odd job checked the boxes. It just so happens he was a country rapper. And what did it for me was when I seen him do outlaw shit. And still to this day, that's my favorite song that you do. I love that song. It's a dope song. It outlines him as an artist and as a person. And he's smart. He was smart that day when he came in there. Now, if I would have just had my shit together, I would have gotten you your plaque.
Hey, we got it now, though. Here, we're flexing.
Flexing.
If I can get it off the wall. We got the plaque and everything. It took 2 years, but we got it.
It took 2 years, and I keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Job his own plaque. He had to go get his own plaque because for 2 years I went through 3, I think, different plaque companies, and now I'm to a point where I have nobody around here that I can go to because there's only 3 companies and they won't print my shit. One of them went out. 2 of them went out of business. 2 of them. The third one didn't go out of business. They just bullshitted me until I gave up.
That baby came from Amazon. It was real nice. Now, Rich did give me the money for it. I did order it, but he paid me back for it and threw me some extra on top. So we got to give him the credit there. Okay.
Yeah, I can't let my dude go out like that. But I'm just glad we got it taken care of. And I'm glad that you understood that that was a fucking shit show. And here's the thing. I used to do plaques for kinds of stuff. I used to have the baddest mofo award that I would take on to every show, and I would announce at the beginning of the show if it was a WTMF presents. We got 33 viewers. Shout out 33 Thredo. But I would tell people at the beginning of the show, I'd be like, look, throughout the night, I'm gonna be watching y'all. My people is gonna be watching y'all. I want to know who the baddest motherfucker in here is. Like that means who's getting crunk, who's vibing with the artist the most, who's getting the other people hyped up for the artist. And somebody would win that plaque every night. But now I don't even have a plaque person. I need to just go on Amazon and order some of these bitches and get them going. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get.
I feel like that's part of the problem. I feel like Amazon and all the companies online have kind of killed the local trophy / plaque shops. Like we had one in Mount Vernon my whole life, and that bitch just closed down about 1.5 years ago because nobody goes there. Everybody orders their softball things and everything else online now.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like crazy. I did find out about another place here locally that I didn't know did plaques and stuff. It's actually shout out to them because they answer my calls right away. They were very helpful, and I might get some stuff done by them. They don't do plaques all the time, but they do stuff like that. But it's a rubber stamp company, and I never thought about that. And I hit them up and I was like, hey, y'all do plaques? They were like, well, we don't really do them too much anymore because online, but we can. And I like to work with local businesses like that. So that might be with here in the near future. I might hit them up first, see if I can get that done. But let's get some more questions in. We keep blabbing, and it's me. It's all me. Shout out Dave Johnson too. He brought me. I'm down now. He brought me this whole jar of some shit he grew. It's been fire. It's fire, and I'm almost all the way through this jar. I've been pounding away at it. All right, so we're going to get to you more of the creative process of Odd Job real quick. So when you sit down to write a song, how do you look at it? Do you go off the beat? Do you start with that beat? Do you have lyrics pre-wrote, or are you like, hey, let me come up with a premise? Like I've got a story to tell. How do you approach starting to create a song?
It really depends on the song. Like I've had a few songs I pre-wrote and then hit up beat producers and they build a beat for me. And then sometimes I'll just buy a random beat pack off somebody, you know, play the beat. If I can instantly like get something off it, pretty much if I don't get anything off a beat within the first 30 seconds, I'm probably going to put that beat in a folder and not use it for like 5 years. Okay. But I mainly write to the beat, but it's got to be something I can instantly connect with, like, because I feel like if I'm not, then I'm forcing myself, and whatever I write isn't going to be, what's the word I'm looking for, like organic. It's not going to be, I don't know the word I'm looking for. But usually I write to the beat.
Okay. Now, how do you pick your beats?
Sometimes, you know, I go on dub3030.com and I'll just scroll through his beats till I find the one I really like. Other times I'll hit up somebody like JJ and I'll be like, hey man, I want to buy so and so many beats. I want this many that are this type of beat. I want this many that are that type of beat. And her just send me beats until I get the ones that I want. You know, like,
I tell people all the time, they're like, how do you pick your beats? And I'm like, I don't think I've ever picked a beat. Every beat is talk to me. If
right.
it don't talk to me, then it ain't the one. It just ain't. You know, I I tell people, to me, the beat is like, say you're going out and you're going out to meet a woman. She's going to speak to you without saying a word. The right one is. You know what I'm saying? And the wrong one's going to speak to you without saying a word. It's the same thing. It's like picking a woman, because now you're taking that beat and you're making a commitment there. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if you're a female artist, it's like picking a man or woman, either way. But you're getting into bed with this beat. You know, this beat is the soul and the structure of that next project. So you have to have commitment. If you don't have that vibe, that if you don't just feel it right off the rip. And I always know when I hear the intro into the transition into the hook, if I can automatically catch the melody and something, and I start automatically putting lyrics to it, oh, that's probably the one, because I'm already vibing with it. Are you talking about the Whispering Eye? I'm just done with you already, Shot Crew. Speaking of Shot Crew, we got a special thing. We're going to open up the show with Buckshot Beezy. If you guys ain't familiar with Buckshot Beezy as the comedian, he is fucking hilarious. If you've seen any of the reels I've been posting and stuff, that's Buckshot. He is hilarious. So he's going to open up the show and do some comedy for you guys, and maybe a couple of his solo songs, just to get things warmed up. Oh yeah, we added Sloosh too. Sloosh is coming out. He's coming down. Kobe Tyson. We added to the lineup pretty good. There was people like Drewby. I didn't even reach out to Drewby, and I felt like total shit, because I was like, dude, Drewby should be at the WTMF Fest. Why is Drewby not on this? And I was thinking, man, did I hit him up? And maybe he had something going on. So I hit him up this morning, actually, and I was like, bro, did I hit you up about this? And he was like, nah. And I'm like, why didn't you say something? Like, why would you not be on this? Like, get your shit. Come on. And then Colby Tyson hit me up. If you guys don't know Colby Tyson, make sure you go check him out. He's a dope artist. He's an up and comer. He's eccentric. He's definitely eccentric. But I kind of like that. I like things that are a little bit different and artists that are a little bit different. Zilla Gorilla, obviously, we talked about him. He's going to be there. Who else did we add? B&8. He's been doing a lot of shows with us. He's definitely proven to be somebody to keep an eye on out here too. Maybe we'll have him on here soon. So that was me ranting and going off on promotion again. That's the best analogy. Analology. What are you talking about, Zilla? Analology. Jeez, Zilla, come on. There's kids out there watching this. Are you guys dating? You look so cute together. Okay. All right.
This is my stepdaddy.
That's just my stepdaddy. That's just my stepdaddy. It's probably a bot or it's a fake profile. Anyway.
Yeah, probably.
So, how do you balance the country and the rap in your music without losing like the essence, I guess we would say, the essence or the energy of either side? Because it is a combination. You know, you're definitely taking country, you're definitely taking rap. How do you find a way? And I know that's a hard one. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, I don't even know how I would answer that. So that's a good question. Like, that's a good question I feel like to ask, because I don't know how I would answer that. So I'm leaving it up to you to answer that.
That is a tough one. I'd say, like, pretty much if I don't have something country in like every third or fourth bar, then it's back to the drawing board. You know, because like, especially like where I'm from, like the country I grew up in, like there's a lot of hustlers out there, you know, like people have this conception that country is just this one standard thing, but like there's some trap and country parts out there, you know what I'm saying? Like all the surrounding farms, everybody around me, everybody either grew dope on the side, brewed moonshine, you know, there were some shake and bakers out there, but everybody was getting some extra money some way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Them Amish sheds, them like 20 by 40s and shit, and have a whole fucking, they be out here fucking cooking, boy, like crazy. And that's what's crazy too. I've had friends that grew up in the hood, like they never seen anything outside the inner city, that have come out to, you know, some of the different places that I've lived and stuff, and they're like, bro, this is just like the hood but with trees and shit.
Exactly. Like, I try to tell that to people all the time. They're like, what?
I mean, that's hood. That's that hoodbilly shit, you know, just like white trash mofo. You know, they said that that's all we'd ever be, but bro, you just bought your first place. Like, I don't know if it's your first place. I don't know if you own the place you're in now, but you just bought you a crib. Like, so yeah, if that's what the definition of being a hoodbilly motherfucker, then yeah, you damn right. You own your own house. You work, you do what you can do. You got people that look to you for guidance. Your fans and your supporters look to you. You know, a lot of people can't say that stuff. Just because we're not sitting here making millions and millions of dollars or making millions and millions of streams or anything like that. If you, in your music and your life, touches one person that's following you, you already won. Nobody can say shit. They can say we're dating all they want. I don't give a fuck, because we helping people, but I'm not dating no man. It's not happening. There's your next clip. You guys can have that too. You can have that. Every bit of it. I just get on the microphone and spit my accent and my terminology make for everything. That's real talk, Zilla. Like, even though the first time I heard you, you didn't really do anything like what I've heard recently. You were doing more of the horrorcore type style, you know, but your accent made it country, and I was like, that's a cool combination. That's pretty cool. You still making it? You making songs? Yep, all of us are making songs. Have you ever had a song that didn't make a cut but ended up being something that the fans loved?
By not making the cut, do you mean like I never put it out?
Like you didn't want, like it almost didn't make the cut. Like you were like, man, I don't know, bro. Cause I've got that one that I was like, nah, bro, I don't know, man. They're gonna ready for this. And it didn't. It actually went exactly the opposite direction, and everybody loved that one. Have you ever had one like that?
Kinda. And I still haven't put it out, but like when I go do the shows, I've performed it at a lot of shows. I catch like everybody that's seen me before sings the fucking song, and that's Party On. I still haven't dropped it just because I'm too lazy to re-record it. Like the version I play at the shows was literally the rough recording that I just do a little bit of EQ and compression on. I've never put the
So
song
you
out,
feel
but people fucking love it.
song? Do you
Huh?
feel like when you made it, did you feel like it was a strong song? Like did you feel
No,
like that was something
not
that
at
they were gonna
all.
like? If
I
they
was
like
just,
it, I'm challenging you. You got 1 week to get it re-recorded.
oh man, I'm
1
doing
week
it this
re-record it,
weekend too.
re-record that thing and get it mixed and mastered and put that bitch out.
I
Because if the
should.
people like it,
I've been saying I was going to for a year now, and I still haven't done it. Every time I write a new song, I want to get the new song done, and that one's just been on the back burner. But I have noticed like people love it, and I really wrote it as a filler song. When I thought I was going to put out an album, which I still haven't done, never dropped an album, all singles. It was one of my filler songs for the album, and it's kind of like an early 2000s vibe, but like not even rap really. It's kind of like that. I don't want to say rock, but kind of rocky, you know? Like, I don't know. It's just a different song. It's different than everything else I do. And people fucking love it. I even kind of singed on it a little bit, and we both know I can't sing. I ain't got no singing in me. But, like, the hook's kind of singy, and people fucking love it. I don't know. It's mainly about smoking weed and drinking liquor and partying on the weekends, so that's probably why.
Duh. I mean, that's what people want to hear, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So the song I was referring to, can you guess which song it was?
Looking for Love.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I
That's one of
went
my favorites.
back and forth. I was like, bro, they're not gonna like it. They're not gonna like it. They're gonna hate it. They're gonna hate it. And I put it out, and that's one of my songs today. And I never get to perform it because I'm always doing shorter sets. And when I do a short set, I want to give them all the energy that I can. But every time I get to perform that, I mean, you've been in the room, like it's bone chilling. Like when you hear the crowd do that song, and as an artist, that's an anthem for us artists that were told that we couldn't make it. And to hear so many people out there late, and I was like, dude, I really thought everybody was going to hate that motherfucker. And now, if I would have never dropped it, that's why I'm telling you, if they already like what you did, you got 1 week, record it.
Oh man, but I gotta move this week.
Well,
so tell me, before I pack my studio up, I gotta record it.
This is called artist development.
All right.
You got 1 week, get it recorded.
All right.
At least recorded. You don't have to have it mixed and mastered in a week. Get it recorded. That's going to take you. You get off here tonight and you can record it tonight. You already know the song.
That's true. That's true.
I'm just saying. That's what we're here to do. We're here to motivate. So it's winning Wednesdays. It's winning Wednesdays. We're winning. Tell them Zilla. Tell them chat. Get that thing recorded. You got 1 week. I'm holding you accountable. Next Wednesday, I'm going to have Zilla Gorilla on here. So next week, we're going to tap in with you and make sure you got this song recorded.
Bet. I got it.
It just so happened you happened to be moving this week. That sucks.
It's all good. It's all good. The studio is going to be one of the last things to come down anyways, because I don't want to have to pull all this fucking soundproofing off the wall and shit. I got to get on a ladder and everything because I'm so short.
I feel that. Actually, I don't. I've never been that short. I was that short when I was like 7.
7. That's when I quit growing, dude. You know, I was one of the tallest kids in my kindergarten and first grade class. I was like the third tallest. Then everybody else started growing, and I just stayed the same size. And I'm like, oh, fuck. No, this isn't good. I've punched a lot of these kids in the face. This is going to come back on me. Yeah.
Like, oh, shit. Came up short again.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna have you and B and 8 in the building this weekend. I'm gonna be on one. I'm gonna be roast sessions on the little.
Is he a short feller too?
Oh, bro, guys are like brothers. He's like
Hell
the
yeah.
Abercrombie and Fitch version of you, or the
I know I
crucifix
had a
version.
Oh, okay. I had a ball with Cartoon when I finally got to meet Cartoon at Slapfest. I'm like, hell yeah, there's finally another short guy. I'm not getting all the jokes now. And now you're getting some too, bud.
Bro, we get all three of you in there, and you guys come up on stage and you guys do "We represent the lollipop
Lollipop.
game." The lollipop. I gotta get you guys to do that. We're going viral with this shit, bro. We're going viral with this shit. For Halloween, you, Cartoon, and BNA are dressing up like Oompa Loompas. We're doing this. We're filming it, and we're going all viral off this. I'm telling you, that's nobody steal my idea. Nobody steal
Yeah.
my idea. Just in time, be over here watching this episode, like, hey, that's a good idea. Where was I at? Where was I? Okay, so obviously, country rap is considered in a. I don't know statistically if this is true, so don't quote me, but and from what I've seen, this seems to be true. But the fastest growing genre in American history. It's grown more rapidly than any other genre that has emerged uh, uh, in history. So, with that being said, where do you see the genre going from here?
Up, up, and up, and up. And even though there's been all this piddle paddling and feuding lately, like, really, that's brought more eyes on it, too. I feel like there's more eyes on it now than ever. And even if they love it or they hate it, it's not going anywhere. It's going up. And eventually, you know, all us little guys, considered the little guys, we're going to be like OGs in like 20 years, okay? So you just give us some time. People are like, hey, man, I remember going to this country rap show 20 years ago, and that guy was there. That's right. You give me 20
Hell
years.
yeah.
I'm up.
What up? Hell yeah. Okay, so where are we at on time? We only got a couple minutes. Let's get one more out of the list. Is there an artist? This is the one of the cliche ones. Is there an artist out there that you haven't worked with that you want to work with, or an artist that you have worked with that you really would want to work with again?
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to get David Ray on another song because like he don't be putting out music no more. So like that one I just dropped last month. I mean, I've been sitting on that song since 2011, 2012. Same thing with Bravo Gator. He's on that song too, and I'd love to get him on another song. That was like goals type shit for me back when I did it, and it still kind of is. I feel like it'd be bigger to get them now than it would be back then, you know? Because back then they were kind of like, they were bigger than where I am, but like they were, you know, those medium local famous.
Yeah, they were still coming up too. They, you know,
yeah.
But now, much bigger artists.
Exactly. Well, exactly.
And David Ray, I mean, that's a legend.
David Ray's the GOAT. If you listen to underground Nashville music from like 2008 to like 2015 and you don't know who David Ray is, I don't know where you were because that's all I grew up on. I don't know where you were.
All right. Do you have any pre-show rituals? That's something I've been asking people a lot, like either right before your performance or before you like go to the show.
I do, and it's kind of weird, and people are, y'all gonna get good content out of this. Odd Job has to shave his private area 3 days before every show. 3 days before every show. That's my ritual, bro. I swear to God, that's my ritual. I'll be getting the clippers out, getting ready 3 days before every show. I don't know, dude. The first time I ever, you know, performed when I was a teenager, it happened 3 days before the show. And ever since then, that's my ritual.
I fucking hate you.
That's my ritual, bro. That's the only thing I do the same every time. And there for the longest time before I got fat, I wore the same pair of boxers every time I performed. But I'm too fat for them now, and the elastic waistband ripped out, and nobody wants that because sometimes my butt crack shows, and the whole thing's falling out if I wear those.
Yes, it does. Oh, my God. Well, this episode took a nice little turn right here at the end. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the world? No, you got anything you want to say to everybody out there, or anything what do you got coming up? And drop your socials.
Yeah. All right. So this weekend, Saturday, you already know because we've told you 100,000 times. You need to pop out to WTMF Fest at Legend Sports Bar and Grill in Mount Vernon, Ohio. It happens to be my hometown. Okay. So we're going to turn all the way fucking up. We're going to have a lot of fun. You can get it any artist on the lineup for some tickets. I'm pretty sure we all still got a couple tickets left. So get them tickets. You want to get them early pre-sale tickets. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. It's going to be cheaper that way. Obviously, Redneck Rave as well. We're going to be at the Redneck Rave. Y'all see that up there? Redneck Rave. I don't know if I'm pointing the right way because I don't know which way my camera is going, but Redneck Rave. Odd Job's on that Fresh 40 list. We're going to be there. We're going to turn up. We're going to do some hoodbilly shit. All right? It's going to be fun.
Shit.
And y'all can follow me at Dustin Odd Job Butcher on the Facebook, Odd Job the Man on Instagram, Odd Job on YouTube or any other fucking music platform. That's where you'll find me.
Yeah, it's not hard to overlook him. Overlook him.
I'm the biggest, littlest country rapper alive. I claimed the title. I've met all the other short guys. I win by default. I've met them all. I'm the shortest.
Have you met B&8?
I haven't. No, I haven't met him yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm shorter.
He commented. He said the two shortest country rappers should do a song. I mean, I vote for that.
I'm down.
I'd like to see B&8 and Odd Job do a song.
Odd Job is down to work with pretty much any artist. I'm not, one of those stuck-up guys that's going to be like, give me $1,000 and I'll give you a feature. No, I'm open to working with anybody.
I am. Give me $1,000. I ain't touching
I'll give you 1,000 ramens. That's a good deal. That's like $100. But if we were in prison, that's a fortune.
Oh, bro, if we were in prison, we're eating good for the way you've been eating, we'll be eating good for like 3 days.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel it though. All right, y'all. This was Winning Wednesday. I know Odd Job has family. He has to be daddy, husband duty because he's a proud new homeowner. Getting ready for that move, bro. No, for real, congratulations. Tell the wife congratulations. I'm proud of y'all. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all Saturday. I'm gonna take us out with my single "Don't You Worry" with Colt Montgomery, and Country Rap Shit will be tuning in here in just a little bit, y'all. Shout out to Odd Job. Odd Job,
Thank
the
you
man.
for having me, bud. Yeah.
I've been riding down these dirty back roads with the jar of shine and something rude. My nuts swing bigger than the heat that it got in the center console. Don't make me tell the preacher man to get another cast.
Turn up, let's go. Let's blow this chat up real quick before we get out of here, y'all. Let's go. Country Rap Shit. And then Wednesdays.
Rolling down these dirty back roads, nuts swinging. Don't you worry about whether I've been smoking or drinking. Cause I'm rolling down these dirty back roads, nuts swinging. Don't you worry about whether I've been smoking or drinking. Just exploded, cause so damn cold, and I just keep on rolling. Ohio pine, I'm holding shotgun in the back glass, cause I'm never folding. You should leave me alone, don't you hit up my phone, I'm just doing my thing, don't you get me out my zone, rolling cone after cone, yeah, the kush is my cologne, I'm just riding all alone, y'all can sit on my throne, and I'm rolling down these dirty back roads, nuts swinging, don't you worry about whether I've been smoking or drinking. Cause I'm rolling down these dirty Don't you worry about whether I've been smoking or drinking. I'm doing my thing. Cause I'm rolling down these dirty back roads, nut swinging. Don't you worry about whether I've been smoking or drinking. Doing my thing.
All right, y'all. That is Winning Wednesdays. I appreciate you, and shout out to Odd Job for coming on. Thank y'all for all the love in the chat. And that's it for tonight. We out.